What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Battle Pass Season 2 monster, which is Nightmaresaur. I'm going to be doing a full review from level 1 to 150, rank 5. You guys will see this monster in action and everything like that. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Anyways, we're going to get started. Alright guys, so take a look at this. We have Nightmaresaur here. You have basically 16 days to obtain this monster, and I highly recommend it because you get some really good resources from the battle pass in general. So like strength level 11, you get 2 of them. You get ancestral, basically tier 6, which is really good. And also this is like one of the best parts, which is 1500 umbrellas. It's always worth it, I would say. No matter what monster is up in the battle pass, these rewards, these 3 especially, are worth the $20, guys. Anyways, yeah, you can go ahead and scan the QR code as well. If you're playing a computer, go into the game, grab this monster. I do want to give a huge shout out for Social Point for basically giving this monster to me, and basically all the resources and everything needed to review this monster for you guys. They basically sponsored this video. I'm gonna go ahead and start ranking this monster up, and we're gonna take a look at the traits. So the first trait that you're gonna be unlocking is Hardened. So first you have immune to stun, then you have Hardened, and then life regen status caster. It seems like the life regen is only to himself. Okay, but yeah, so trait wise it could have been better, honestly. I'll be honest with you guys, it could have been better, but the best thing probably is Hardened, and life regen maybe, depending on what he really is. I'll figure that out in a second. But before we figure that out, we gotta start feeding this monster up and get it maxed out. So take a look at that. That's the final form right there. I actually kind of like it. I think the design is really sick. Huge shout out to the designers of Social Point, guys. Look at that. That is pretty sick. And like the his stomach is just like so it looks super hot, like, you know what I mean? Not in a weird way. Wait. I didn't mean that in a weird way. Like, look, like there's magma and it's like glowing. So that's kind of cool. Like when I first said it, the way I said it, it kind of sounded weird, but that's not what I meant, guys. Anyways, so stat wise, we get 33,136 speed, 1.982 million life, and 64,480 power. That's pretty good. The speed could have been a little bit better, but let's take a look at the skills, see what we have here. So we have a moderate fire damage to all enemies, applies ignite and burn. Oh, so it comes with 2 tortures, heals us up by 50%, gains life regen. Okay, so it's like a self-support. We have a heavy fire damage to one enemy, applies ignite and burn. What else do we have? A moderate light damage to all enemies, heals us up by 20% per enemy damage. Nice. Okay. We do have a low fire damage if you guys want to run it, and then moderate light damage to one enemy, heals us up by 15%. There's a lot of like healing skills that he has. You can run this if you want, but I'm thinking, what if I do the 2 AoE skills like this, and then we do 2 single targets? One of the single targets being a spammable skill right here, which also comes with healing if you think about it. Yeah, you're not healing by 50% and having life regen, but you're healing by 50%, and it is spammable. But not only that, you already have life regen at rank 3. You should be able to get this monster to rank 3 if you purchase the battle pass, because battle pass allows you to get it to up to rank 4. Stunning Shriek. Is this Shriek? It's a table trace on all enemies, deals heavy fire damage to all enemies, applies mega stun to all enemies. That's a pretty good ultimate. You're just opening up the path and basically denying everybody while dealing the damage. I feel like I saw like a little description of this monster supposedly being a tank. I'm not sure if it's true, but if it is, that's definitely not gonna happen. Not on my watch. I can't see this monster being a tank, man. I mean, he does have some like healing abilities and stuff like that, but there's no taunt, there's no mega taunt as traits. So, and then so in terms of skills, these are the 4 that I'm running, guys. If you guys want to go in and copy it. And then in terms of runes, me personally, here's what I'm going to run, okay? Because remember, guys, I like this monster being an attacker more than like a tank, I would say. I can't see this monster being a tank, honestly. But anyways, what I would recommend doing, guys, is running 2 strength runes and 1 speed, something like this. Or you can do a 2 speed and 1 strength, something like this. So just like a speed and strength, basically. You can give it some more, like, so some of the runes could be like mutated with life, for example. That's fine. Yeah. One thing is, though, this monster's speed is a bit low, what I noticed. So you could maybe give it 2 speed instead of like 2 strength, make it a little bit faster than usual because he definitely needs it. But we can't forget about the relics, and I hope it's not double body armor because that's gonna suck. Oh my gosh, no way, I just called that. I swear to you guys, I did not see that, and I just called it randomly, and I'm kind of, I don't know, am I disappointed? Am I supposed to be disappointed? Kind of. Yeah, they weren't kidding when they said his role was like tank or something. Wow, okay. So in that case, I would do like 1 honor dojo armor, and then for the second one, You could really go with anything. You could do like a supreme armor or something. You could do double honor doge armor. That's also pretty good. But yeah, I was not expecting that. It literally says it in the description. Look, I wasn't wrong. It's fire and light tank with healing and torture skills. I'm sorry, but I can't see this monster being a tank. Like, I feel like what they meant is like he's a tank as in like he has a lot of life and can take a lot of damage. I think that's what they mean. But the way I think of like the role tank, or like when I hear the word tank, it's like it automatically, for some reason, I picture either taunt monsters or mega taunts, nothing else. Also guys, if this video gets 200 likes, we're gonna go ahead and do the Halloween 25 saga. I'm gonna go ahead and complete it for you guys. I feel like in one of my previous videos I set the goal to 600 likes. That video probably has 600 likes. I'm gonna have to actually check later, but yeah, we're gonna basically test this monster out now. Now here's the thing, you can actually pair it up with a couple of monsters. Like for example, Honan would be a pretty good choice if you guys want to go ahead and pair it up with Honan. You could also do this one other ancestral monster, Florian, which is actually a pretty good ally because it'll open up the path for the monster, kind of deny the enemies as well if needed, and then Nightmaresaur goes right after. But the thing with Honan is that you could basically make this monster really strong and can make him hit very heavy, so you could definitely do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the speed a little bit higher than him. Look at that, 70 to 68k, super close to each other, which is exactly what I like. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a random damage boost as what I'm going to do just to start off, and then I'm going to put it on 3x speed. So we got triple damage. We have a water hater with evil marks. I'm going to give it another damage boost. I think that was like a 50% if I'm not mistaken. I got light hater. That's perfect. Heck yeah. Okay, that's enough. I feel like that's a way too much damage boost. But let's see what his strength is. 68,000. It's not showing. Wait, that's the speed. 130k. That's crazy, dude. Okay, so moderate light damage. You can start with this, which is basically the spammable skill, or you could do an AoE skill. That AoE skill is going to deal pretty good amount of damage. We also have his single target, which is 60%. This is the most powerful single target skill he has. And look at that damage, man. 10 million. That is pretty nuts. Okay, I'm going to charge up. I'm not going to give him any more damage boost because he already has too much. And he doesn't really need more. Look at that with the AoE skill. Just completely wipes them all off. Now, what I actually kind of want to give a try is I want him to try out having a turn without any damage boost at all. Okay, he should not have any more damage boost actually after this turn right here. Okay, it went away, and then this monster's gonna get the turn. We're gonna go ahead and let him attack. It's just gonna go towards my mega taunt. It's completely fine. So now I don't have any damage boost at all, and this is just raw damage, guys. The raw damage, he still hits pretty heavy. But what's also cool is that he actually gains or kind of applies tortures as well. So ignition and burning, 2 tortures, which can actually deal pretty good amount of damage over time. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that right now. We're going to go ahead and have him get a turn and look at the torture that's going to kick in, like the 300k. That's a lot of damage, man. Those 2 tortures kicking in. Nice. Okay, so this one is heals itself by 20% per damage, per enemy damage. But the thing is, he's not really hurt, so he can't really take any damage. But if he were hurt, that would have kicked in and healed him a little bit, which would have been pretty good. Okay, let's try another attack. I'm gonna do, or like another battle, I'm gonna do my damage boost again. I wanted to see how much damage I can actually deal with this monster, just maximizing his freaking damage boost. Like, how much do you guys think he can actually deal? I'm going to use his AoE skill, obviously, but we're going to see how much damage we can actually kind of deal with this monster with basically just maximizing his damage as much as possible. So there's another 25%. There's a light hater, which is not really needed. The 25 again. There's light hater again. I don't know what's up with light hater. Something with Honan and light hater, I feel like I always get it so many times. It just keeps kicking in. There we go. We have a thunder hater against cat UFO. Finally ran out of stamina. I'm gonna go ahead and charge up, but I have 1600% damage boost, which is insane. Okay, so I'm gonna do my AoE skill here and look at that damage. 134 million, man. That is crazy. I wonder what I had. I basically had every kind of damage boost you could really imagine. And it's not, I'm not done. I'm gonna keep on spamming the damage boost here on this monster. That should be a pretty good amount, man. Wow, look at this. We have triple damage, double damage, 25%, 50%, nature hater, thunder hater, fire hater, water, light, metal. We basically have almost every element, and then we also have like all the evil marks. Oh my gosh, should we do another AoE skill? Heck yeah, let's do it. Another AoE skill, and it's all strong except that one other monster in the back. But look at that damage, man. So pretty good stuff. Honestly, I don't see this monster being a tank. I know the description says a tank. I think they're probably referring to just his life, I would say. But I would use it the way I just use it in this video, guys. Okay, as a pure attacker. But let me know your thoughts and opinions. And if you guys are you gonna use him as a tank, let me know. And also let me know your thoughts and opinion. What do you guys think? Should you use him as a tank? I don't think so. Like, in terms of like giving like life runes and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace out.